Alright, let's get real. A lot of men think being a great lover is about grand gestures, expensive dates, or even being some kind of smooth-talking charmer. But psychology tells us something completely different. The truth? The best lovers, the ones women truly crave, the ones who make a lasting impact, do something that most men completely overlook. And no, it's not about looks, money, or even confidence. It's about something far more powerful. Think about this. Have you ever met a guy who isn't the best looking, doesn't have a flashy car, and yet women seem drawn to him like a magnet? What's his secret? It's simple. He makes her feel not just wanted, not just attractive, but understood. And that is where most men fail. See, women don't just want attraction, they want connection. A man who listens, not just nodding while waiting for his turn to speak, but really listens. A man who notices the little things, who remembers the details, who makes her feel like she's the only person in the room when she talks. Science backs this up. Studies show that women are biologically wired to connect emotionally before they connect physically. When a man can tap into that, when he creates a space where she feels safe, seen, and appreciated, everything changes. And here's the crazy part. Most men think they're already doing this, but in reality, they aren't. Let's break it down. Imagine you're having a conversation with a woman. She tells you about something that's stressing her out. Maybe a tough day at work, a disagreement with a friend. Most guys make one of two mistakes. They either try to fix it immediately. Oh, you should just do this. Brush it off. Don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. Both of these responses completely miss the mark. Why? Because she's not looking for a solution. She's looking for understanding. The best thing you can do? Acknowledge her feelings. Say something like, "That sounds really frustrating. I can see why you're upset." Boom. You just created a moment of connection. Psychologists call this emotional attunement. It's the ability to tune into someone's emotions to make them feel heard without judgment. And when a woman feels emotionally connected to a man, her brain releases oxytocin, the same hormone responsible for deep bonding. That's when real attraction starts. Now let's talk about body language. Another major thing that separates the best lovers from the rest? Presence. Most men don't even realize how much their body language says about them. Imagine this. A guy is on a date, constantly checking his phone, his eyes darting around the room, nodding absent-mindedly while she talks. She feels that. She feels the lack of presence. On the other hand, a man who leans in slightly maintains soft eye contact and gives small affirmations like, "That's interesting. Tell me more." He's showing that he's engaged. That's magnetic. And speaking of magnetic, let's talk about a secret weapon: playfulness. The best lovers know that deep connection doesn't mean being overly serious all the time. Women are drawn to men who can make them feel alive. A little teasing, a well-placed joke, a playful challenge. It sparks something primal. It keeps things exciting. But here's where most guys get it wrong. They think being playful means being cocky or making fun of her. That's not it. True, playfulness is about shared joy. It's laughing together, creating those just-us moments that build chemistry effortlessly. And let's not forget one of the biggest game changers: vulnerability. A lot of men have been conditioned to believe that showing emotions is weak. But in reality, it's one of the most attractive things you can do. Women respect a man who is confident enough to be real. Think about it. If a guy is always trying to be tough and unaffected, how can she trust him emotionally? But when a man can say, "Yeah, that actually hurt me," or "I've struggled with that too," it creates an entirely different level of connection. It tells her, this is someone I can be real with too. At the end of the day, the best lovers aren't the ones who memorize pickup lines or play games. They're the ones who show up, who are present, who make a woman feel like she's the most important person in the world when they're with her. Because here's the truth. Attraction fades, looks change, but the way you make someone feel, that lasts forever. So, If you want to be the kind of man who leaves a lasting impact, stop worrying about being perfect and start focusing on being present. Make her feel understood. Make her feel safe. Make her feel alive. That's the secret most men don't realize. And the best part? Once you master this, it doesn't just make you a better lover, it makes you a better person. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, and drop a comment below. Let's keep this conversation going. What's one thing you've noticed that makes someone unforgettable? Let me know. Let's talk about something that most men think they understand but actually don't. The secret to being the best lover isn't about how you look, how much money you have, or even how confident you are. It's about something deeper, something that goes beyond attraction and creates a connection that women crave. Now, before we go any further, let's clear one thing up. This isn't about manipulation, tricks, or playing mind games. We're talking about real psychology, what actually works, what truly makes a woman feel drawn to you on a level that she can't even explain. And here's the first thing most guys don't realize. Women aren't just looking for someone who's nice or fun. They're looking for presence. Think about it. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone who's physically there, but mentally checked out? Maybe they're nodding along, giving the occasional, "Yeah, for sure," but you can tell they're not really listening. Now compare that to someone who's fully engaged, someone who leans in slightly, who makes you feel like nothing else in the world matters except what you're saying in that moment. That's the difference. And that is one of the biggest things women notice, even if they don't say it out loud. When a man is truly present, he creates an energy that women can feel. She senses it in the way he listens, in how he reacts, in the little things, like remembering details, mirroring her emotions, or asking a follow-up question that shows he was actually paying attention. But presence isn't just about listening. It's also about reading the moment. Have you ever seen a guy try way too hard? Maybe he cracks a joke that falls flat, or he keeps pushing the conversation in a direction she's not into. The best lovers don't force anything. They sense where she's at emotionally and respond accordingly. That's what creates chemistry. It's not just what you say, but when you say it, how you say it, and whether you're really tuned in. Now, let's talk about something that's massively underrated: emotional intelligence. A lot of men assume women are just attracted to confidence, but confidence alone isn't enough. You know what's even more powerful? A man who gets emotions, not just his own, but hers. Here's a simple example. Imagine she's venting about a frustrating day. Most guys immediately try to fix the problem. "Oh, that's easy. Just do this. Why are you even stressed? It's not a big deal." Wrong move. You just killed the emotional connection. Instead, try this. "Wow, that sounds really tough. I get why you're feeling that way." That small shift, acknowledging her emotions instead of dismissing them, creates trust. It makes her feel understood. And when a woman feels understood, her attraction deepens. And speaking of attraction, let's talk about something that most men completely overlook: vulnerability. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait, women like strong, confident men, right? Absolutely. But true confidence isn't about acting like nothing affects you. It's about being real. Think about the kind of men women truly respect. They aren't the ones who act like they have it all figured out. They're the ones who can say, "Yeah, I've been through that too," or "I struggled with that, and here's what I learned." Vulnerability doesn't mean being weak. It means being secure enough to be open. And that level of honesty, it's magnetic. But here's where most guys mess up. They confuse vulnerability with oversharing. Being emotionally open doesn't mean dumping all your problems on her. It's about selective openness. You let her see glimpses of your real self, your thoughts, your experiences, but in a way that makes her feel like she's getting to know you, not like she's your therapist. And let's not forget something that every great lover understands: mystery. A lot of men think the way to win a woman over is to lay everything on the table immediately, telling her every detail about their life, texting 24/7, being too available. But the best connections? They build naturally. They leave space for curiosity. Think about your favorite TV show. If they gave away the entire plot in the first episode, you'd lose interest, right? The same applies to attraction. The best lovers give just enough to spark intrigue, to keep things unfolding at the right pace. And a huge part of that? Playfulness. Women love men who make them feel, and one of the fastest ways to do that is through light teasing, humor, and spontaneity. But here's the key. It has to come from a place of warmth, not arrogance. When a guy can make a woman laugh, challenge her in a fun way, and keep things light while also being emotionally in tune, that's when the magic happens. That's when attraction deepens effortlessly. And let's be real, women don't just fall for words. They fall, for experiences. The way a moment feels, the energy behind it. The best lovers don't just talk. They create moments. They pay attention to the little things. They bring out emotions. They make a woman feel safe enough to let her guard down and excited enough to want to be around them more. And that, right there, is the real secret. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. Being the guy who listens, who notices, who brings out emotions in a way that makes a woman feel something real. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all want. To be seen, to be understood, to feel like we truly matter to someone. And when you can give that feeling, you won't just be a better lover, you'll be unforgettable. If this video spoke to you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's one thing you've noticed about deep connection? Let's talk about it.